Let me know if you enjoy my own boyfriend attacking me in my video scripts down below, and give this video a thumbs up, please. I'm sorry, you want what? 50 more ways to save money that are easy? I don't know if you can handle it. I don't know if I can do it. But as the original money girl of the internet, I must. Okay, yes, let's do it. 50 more easy ways to save money. Let's go. Also, today's video is sponsored by Morning Brew. Hi friends, I'm Sarah, also known as Budget Girl here on the internet. And I've done it once, I've done it twice, might as well do it 3 times because you guys love it. 50 even more ways to save money. Now these tips are everyday things that you can implement into your life and shave a few dollars, sometimes hundreds of dollars off, sometimes maybe just a few pennies. But a frugal life is about one that is well spent, and it's about living a life that lets you put your money towards the things that bring you joy, which means we don't put money towards things that we don't enjoy or that bring joy to us. When there's another option, a cheaper option. This video is going to be filled with stuff like this. If you are already doing every single one of these things, huge congrats, and feel free to go brag down in the comments. But don't forget to subscribe first. We are trying to get to 100,000 subscribers this year, and I sincerely need your help. If you'd like to see 100 other easy peasy ways to save money, I will link my previous 2 videos on the same subject down below. Now let's get into it. Number 1, propagate clippings instead of buying a whole damn expensive plant. You know me, I am plant girl, and I have a lot of plants, and a lot of these I have actually gotten for free through trades of clippings or just from local plant friends, which happens to be the name of a Facebook group I'm involved in. There are these all over the place, and you can meet with other plant people and trade cuttings of plants that you have or plants that you have for plants that they have and propagate them, or just propagate them yourself. It's a fun hobby, and then you get to spend your entire weekends just watering things. Also, plant people are fun people. Said it. Number 2, also plant related. Hardware stores will often give away dying plants that they have already written off. You can often bring them home and back from the brink. If you see an employee kind of filling carts with dead or dying plants, ask if you can take them, or ask if they'll put them like next to the dumpster for you to grab. Key is asking here. Number 3, get a second or third quote on any home improvement project where you have to bring on people to do the work. This ensures that you're not going to be overcharged for work, and it lets you get a good scope of what is offerable. Now, I will say, don't always go with the lowest quoted price. I always encourage people to ask people for referrals when it comes to this type of thing, roofing, handyman work, everything like that. And if someone comes in and they give you what is a reasonable price, and you know that someone has already vetted them and guarantees that their service is good, I'll often go with that over the lowest rock bottom price. Number 3.5 is a quick word from our sponsor, but a real lesson, and that is to stay informed of what is going on in the world. If you're not informed about what's going on in the world, at least as kind of a cursory topical amount, you can often end up spending a lot more money than is necessary. If you're not paying attention to when storms are coming, or if there's like a supply chain breakdown, you might suddenly find yourself unable to anticipate the prices of gas and spend a lot more on it. Just kind of checking in regularly to see what's going on around you is always a good idea. And so you don't have to go wandering into the entire abyss of the internet to figure out what's going on in the world. We have our sponsor today, Morning Brew. Morning Brew is my favorite newsletter. They are a completely free daily newsletter that gives you kind of the TLDR of what's going on in the world and what you should care about. They are smart, funny, engaging, give me a few things to talk about around the water cooler or the coffee pot, if we're being honest. And it just gives me a few factoids from different industries that I might not always seek out news from. For instance, today's newsletter was all about billionaires in space, and quite frankly, I didn't care that much about that. But a couple of paragraphs later, I kind of now know the who, what, when, where, why, and why should I care? I also got to read about a global tax reform update, which we should all care about to a small amount. Specifically, the 15% global tax rate proposition that President Biden has put forward, which would make it harder for US companies to base themselves out of other countries to avoid paying taxes. If this plan were passed, we could collect over $2 trillion in corporate taxes over the next decade. Morning Brew takes just 15 seconds to sign up for at the link below, and I highly encourage you do so. It will make you a smarter, better informed human. And let's jump back to the video. Number 4, make sure whenever you're buying meat or things that are sold by the pound that you're actually doing the math to see what the best price per pound is. Number 5, this might be a controversial one, but distance yourself from friends who are always making you treat or are forgetting to pay you for their share of whatever you're doing. You don't need that kind of energy in your life. Number 6, learn to make expensive and favorite restaurant dishes at home. For instance, Jacob and I love sushi. I make sushi at home. I have a video on it. I will link down below, and you can learn yourself because golly, is that expensive. Number 7, don't buy expensive kitchen utensils and tools that you won't use or aren't actually using. I have managed to make it 33 years without owning a stand mixer, and at this point, I would not be putting one of those on a wedding registration were I to get married. They take up a huge amount of space on your counter, and I just don't think I need one. Maybe you're a baker and you do, but a lot of you guys are just losing that countertop space for nothing. Also, do you really need a special tool to cut an avocado or a strawberry? I do have one of those pineapple twisty things. I actually love it, but I don't have the other ones. Number 8, watch out for markups on electronic accessories. If you are going to Best Buy or even Walmart, often those iPhone cords, USB cables, SD cards, extension cords, and other things like that are extremely marked up. You can get them much cheaper on Amazon, or sometimes you can even find brand name items like that much cheaper at like a Dollar Tree, Dollar General, or similar discount store. Specifically on things like TV cables, the $1 one versus the $30 one, basically no difference. Number 9, when searching for entertainment, look for time-specific discounts. For instance, you might have a cheaper time going at a movie matinee or on like a cheap Sunday or Monday deal. Same with aquariums, museums, other places like that. Number 10, look for time-specific deals at restaurants. My local sushi place does half-off sushi on a limited menu on Monday nights. Can you wait a few more days for that food that you're craving? Or could you hold off for 50-cent wings on Thursdays? A little bit of planning, flexibility, and knowledge of when sales are happening can save you quite a bit. Number 11, moderate your temperature indoors by adding sweaters, drinking hot or cold beverages, fuzzy socks, doing that kind of thing, instead of bringing your thermostat up and down constantly. Number 12, look for free things that you need on Facebook Marketplace or Buy Nothing groups before buying them. Right now, wood is at a really high premium, but I keep seeing wood, like pallets and other furniture and stuff like that, listed for free on Marketplace, and if you're handy, you could potentially use that at zero cost. Number 13, using restaurant apps can be a way to get yourself a deal, but do be careful to not over order just because you're in the app and everything looks good. This is me. Jacob, for instance, loves to go to Sonic. We get drinks. All drinks are half off at Sonic in the app all the time. Not a happy hour thing, just if you use the app, you get half off, which is a good deal. But I tend to just be like, yes, add it all to cart on an app. Whereas if I'm actually having to tell some human on the other side of an intercom what I want to eat, I won't order as much. So learn that about yourself and use it or not. Number 14, if possible, avoid commuting at rush hour so you don't end up wasting gas. Utilizing something like any flex time that your company offers or wellness release could potentially let you get in, maybe just 10 minutes early would save you 5 to 10 minutes on a commute and a lot of gas over time. Number 15, ask your utility company to come do an energy audit. These should be free and could help you decrease your bills. They can recommend things like draft protectors, insulating or changing your settings on your water heater, things like that. Number 16, don't buy storage just to accumulate it. Jacob wrote this one. I feel attacked. I do own a lot of storage containers. In my defense, the Dollar Tree, when they get cute ones, they sell out really fast. So sometimes I buy a bunch for when I do need them. Also, our house is pretty organized, so I don't know what he's complaining about. Jacob. Number 17, do your own pet grooming. So walk your own dogs, trim their own nails, do their own grooming if possible. This is one thing that I choose not to save money on. I will not cut Rory's nails. I've talked about it on the channel before. It took years off of both of our lives. I just go spend the $14 a month to get her nails ground down. Everybody's better off for it. But perhaps your dog is not such a princess about it. For instance, we cut Maggie's nails. It's not a problem. She doesn't care. And yeah, that saves us a little bit of money. Speaking of pets, number 18 is check to see if your vet has any sales that go on. So for instance, in February, our vet does half off on dental cleanings and other things of that nature. And she actually needed to be put under for the dental cleaning and to have some little bumpies removed because she is getting much older. So they did all of that together and I actually saved about $300 and it was wonderful. Number 19, shop around for cheaper prices on vet vaccinations and even spaying and neutering. There are mobile vet clinics that will do this annually that generally cost less than your vet. For something like a vaccination that's just a shot in the rump, I don't really care whether I go to my actual vet or a mobile clinic for that. It's the same stuff, so I'll definitely save money on that. But when it comes to bigger procedures, I go to my vet every time. Number 20, and this is kind of a looking backwards thing, but avoid high maintenance pets or pets that require a lot of upkeep and supplies, like fish, or pets that need really regular grooming for maybe like breed associated issues. If you're shopping for a pet, that is things to keep in mind. Number 21, if you are a gamer, consider services like Xbox Game Pass. Instead of buying certain video games outright, do the math on that and see if that would maybe benefit you. Number 22, also don't pre-order video games. You can wait for sales, especially titles from AAA companies like Capcom or Ubisoft. And number 23, if you are dead set on having a video game upon release, Walmart will usually sell it for $50 instead of $60. Number 24, do your research, but it can be worth it to buy bootlegs of toys like Legos. For instance, Le Pen instead of Lego, Deban instead of Bandai, and other comparables. It is all just plastic, little plastic pieces. Number 25. Hobby Lobby does not have the 40% off one item coupon anymore, but sometimes they have seasonal discounts that offset or make the deals even better. Make sure to buy any crafting supplies as they go on sale and seasonally. By seasonally, I mean after the season, because they'll go on 30%, then 50%, then 75% off, and you can get some really awesome stuff. And often it doesn't even look seasonal. It was just produced seasonally, so it's going to be on that discount. 26, stop buying things you don't have a home for. I don't know if y'all could tell Jacob helped me out with this one. And yes, he got paid. And yeah, it still all fits in the closet, man. There's a lot of stuff in that closet for a future Airbnb, but as you can see, closet doors closed, I can open them, nothing will fall out. We're good. I think he might be specifically talking about 3 like metal racks, like storage racks that I got for free that, you know, they don't necessarily have homes yet, but I will find use of them. I might need to redo the garage. Let me know if you enjoy my own boyfriend attacking me in my video scripts down below, and give this video a thumbs up, please. Number 27, stop paying for a home phone if anyone still has those, but that same thing can be broadened out to home security if you're not actually using the system. I paid for home security for a couple months and we were never setting it because we kept accidentally setting it off. Not a fan. Same with cable, other subscriptions that you're not using. It's an oldie but a goodie. Number 28, cheap air filters do the same job as expensive ones. I said it. I've tried them both. Number 29, consider installing a bidet. It can save a lot on toilet paper usage. And wood is expensive right now, including toilet paper. Number 30, consider grilling to keep any cooking or heating implements off in your house during hot days. It can be a little sweltering to be out there for a few minutes, but your house won't spend the next 2 hours cooling down from having the oven on. Number 31, keep an easy, ready-to-go, go-to meal on hand for whenever you don't feel like cooking and are tempted to go out. In my house, we'll do fried ramen noodles or grilled cheese and tomato soup. We just always know that those are on hand, ready to go, and can be cooked in about 10 minutes. Number 32, actually use all of those spare condiments from restaurants. We keep them in a drawer, we use them, haven't bought soy sauce in years. They give you so many. Number 33, Don't pay for shipping. Use free whenever possible. And a lot of people are going to say it's not actually free shipping, it's built into the cost, but you're looking at Amazon and 2 items, one has free shipping, one ships for like $5.99, same price, go with the free shipping every time. Number 34, disconnect or terminate online subscriptions. It's very fortunate that I don't have one of these, but here's the thing. Your favorite content creator is not going to die or have to live in a box if you don't sub to their Patreon, OnlyFans, Twitch, Discord, etc. They're good, I promise. You can use that money better. Invest it. Number 35. Hardware stores all have an oops paint section. If you like the color, consider using that for projects instead of mixing up something custom. Number 36, the vendors at the key making station in places like home goods stores often have a free key coupon that they can give out. Just ask, and that goes with almost everywhere. Ask if they have a coupon. I've worked retail before. I've been happy to give out coupons to nice customers who ask. Don't be a Karen, but ask. 37, and I feel extremely strongly about this. Have a hierarchy of towels. At the top are like your good towels that you actually use when you get out of the shower, but once those are too gross for that, you can use them for dog towels or beach towels. You can use those after they're too gross for that, for rags and like messy ground cleanup kind of thing. Essentially just get as much use out of them as possible before you actually throw them away. Number 38. When possible, sub out fresh for frozen fruit. For many recipes, it doesn't actually matter. Number 39, buying a mix can actually be cheaper than making baking mixes from scratch if you don't already have everything on hand. If you just want to make the cake or the brownies or the pancakes or whatever one time, it can be cheaper to just buy that $1 mix and have a good day. Number 40, weather permitting, and if you're not somewhere that's infested with a billion mosquitoes and flies, consider opening the windows to help modulate the temperature in your home. Number 41, don't buy new release or best-selling books. Rent them from your library. Most libraries allow you to request them, or you can even get multiple library cards from around your state in most places, and then pick them up later if you really want to add them to the collection from yard sales, used bookstores, things like that. Number 42, before you buy your next concert tickets, do 2 things. 1, check and see if there will be a stream of the concert playing live for free. And 2, make sure that the artists don't sound like butt live. Number 43, make sure to close the vents in the ceiling to rooms that you don't necessarily want to heat or cool. Number 44, if you have too much fruit or fruit that's going to go bad, consider drying or dehydrating it and using the dried fruit for trail mix or other snacks. I actually have a really old video on how to make homemade apple rings dehydrated that are really, really delicious. Number 45, Google reviews of an item before you buy it. Just constantly. Number 46, use or cash in any old gift cards before they go bad. We often stick them in our wallet, forget about them, and they do expire. It's money. Don't let your money expire. It's ridiculous that it does. Number 47, be honest with yourself about your habits and don't buy things like exercise equipment that you aren't actually going to use. A lot of people are regretting their pandemic Peloton purchases, and some people aren't, but a lot of people are regretting their pandemic Peloton purchases. Number 48, don't buy supplements that you don't need. Number 49, we all want soup at some point, and a soup starter is an excellent thing to keep in your freezer for whenever you want to make one. You can make a starter using leftover dried herbs, spices, little extra vegetables from a meal that you maybe didn't eat, and either bouillon or stock. And number 50, keep reusable water bottles filled in your fridge, ready for you to either grab and drink at home or take with you out. Okay, so that is 50 more easy peasy things that you can do to save money. Let me know what your favorite one was and what you plan to implement, and also feel free to add your own. Maybe I can do a 4th one of these with your excellent tips. Thank you so much to Morning Brew for sponsoring this video. You can sign up for Morning Brew at the link in my description box below, and you should. It's completely free and will help you be a more informed human. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!